Now, there's a certain game series that I'm quite invested in. I've done countless animations of it, I've played all of the games multiple times.
Ah, Jesus!
Oh no.
No.
That might be an issue for you.
Ah.
Of course. And I've now heard its name beckon from the void of disrepair and death over the last couple of months, and that is Halo Infinite. Now, I bought the Halo Infinite campaign when I got my PC earlier this year. I played it, I enjoyed it, and I haven't touched it too much since then, and I tried out the multiplayer and enjoyed it. I didn't really find that I wanted to jump back into it every single day, but don't get me wrong, it had a solid foundation and I was excited to see where it's going to go. So when I saw that Halo Infinite Season 5, I think it is, or is it Season 6? I think it's Season 5, was getting Forge support with AI and an upcoming firefight mode, I knew that its custom games were about to absolutely pop off. And sure enough, jumping into Halo Infinite, custom games are now incredible. In the space of an hour, I went from playing Infection in the SCP universe in an actual recreation of the lab, to jumping into a firefight mode that somebody had made before Firefight has even come out officially from 343. People have just made it, and not only that, they've made it in the outskirts level of Halo 2. This is a map that I remember so fondly from the campaign, and they've even recreated a lot of the waves of enemies that you see in that level here. That's just ridiculous. Playing on a recreation of that map was so cool, and it was with 7 other players in a firefight environment. Even though the mode wasn't official yet and you don't score points for each enemy you kill, it was still so much fun. Technically, scuffed modes like this aren't going to earn you the most XP. Custom games do now have XP, but you don't get conventional XP like you do from Firefight. But I don't really care. Jumping into these firefight modes was so much fun, and there are so many different maps. From recreations of old Halo maps to brand new ones that people have thought up, to completely stupid ones, there's so much here. And within that space of an hour, I was also able to jump on into a parkour server, which is absolutely just ridiculous. I played these on Halo Reach and I never knew they were a thing in Infinite, but now I do, and I've played them, and there are so many servers running this sort of thing. The diversity here is nuts, and it's the sort of thing that I'd love to see in Battlefield Portal going forward. If we ever get another Portal game or Portal-like system, please just give us a map editor. I know Frostbite essentially runs on spaghetti code and could fall apart at any minute, but let us push that, let us test that, let us create maps like you do in Halo, because Halo Infinite's Forge is the best it's ever been. People could create basically their own campaign levels in Forge with enemy placement and node placement for where they should go. You can place in dropships, drop pods, marines, Covenant, all sort of NPCs, and shift and shape the map to exactly how you like it. It's just ridiculously good. Another highlight was playing Duck Hunt on a Minecraft level. I played a lot of Duck Hunt with my family back in Halo 3 and Reach, and seeing it here just brought back all those feelings and memories, sniping people and getting some really cool shots on maps that I would never have been creative enough to make back when Forge was in the older games. I was never talented enough at Forge to make any of the maps that you're seeing on screen, but other people are, and because of the custom game browser, you can jump in and play other people's servers, modes and maps. And that's just so cool. And that's just the custom games. We haven't even scratched the surface of Halo Infinite's base multiplayer or co-op campaign. I might make another video on the co-op campaign, or maybe some more custom games with some more actual footage, because for now I've just been playing on my own, not with any of my friends or family that also play the game. I've just been trying out these custom games over the past week or so, and seeing what Forge has to offer, and eventually I will learn how to use Forge. I'm too dumb to do it now, but eventually I will. But on top of all this, jumping into the normal Halo Infinite multiplayer is also so much fun. I've left the game now for quite a while, so jumping into it gives me access to loads of maps that are fresh for me. I've never played any of these new maps before, and there are so many new sandbox elements and gadgets that have been added into the game that make it feel incredibly fresh, but still very, very Halo. It's how I imagine a lot of people feel jumping into Battlefield 2042, and we've just had a massive peak in player count. Since launch, it's surpassed its launch count numbers for 2042, and I imagine that's because people who left the game have come back and have so much content to play around with because they've left it for a while. That's exactly how I feel with Infinite. There are so many guns I haven't tried, so many maps I've never played on, so many vehicles, grenades and gadgets I've never used, and now an infinite wealth of Forge content that I can try out for hours and hours. And the multiplayer is really solid, competitively as well, because I've used a hit registration that's pretty alright, but Infinite feels amazing. I haven't had any desync issues that I did see actually happening at launch. Those have been all sorted out by now, I imagine, and I haven't run into anything like that. The game's just been running smoothly and feels great and satisfying to play. I mean, Infinite has some of the best ragdoll physics I've seen in a while. They just feel so chunky and actually full of weight. Some of the vehicles feel a little bit more floaty than they did in all the games, but honestly, it's not that big of a difference. And I'm just happy that Halo multiplayer feels incredibly fun and fresh again. My last experiment to do, which isn't actually going to be in this video, but I should do at some point, is just jumping into the campaign and co-op, because I feel like Halo Infinite's open world design, while I did enjoy it, actually leans into being a co-op sandbox more than anything else. It's like playing Ghost Recon Breakpoint or Wildlands with friends, because the amount of fun that you have grows exponentially with the more people that you add. Exploring open worlds becomes so much more exciting and fun when you actually have other people there to have fun with, to play around with the sandbox elements, with the different weapons, vehicles, and NPC enemies. And hopefully, in sometime in the near future, I'll have 2 or more Master Chiefs running around the same map. Now that Mission Replay is also in the game, if you want that more classic co-op mission experience and want to avoid the campaign open world whatsoever, you can do that. You can just do the missions with friends and replay them, and I think that's also really cool. Anyway, that's been my massive rant on Halo Infinite and why I think it actually is incredibly good now. It feels like the king has returned, and while I'm loving basically every other shooter that's out right now, Halo Infinite is definitely up there with them. And I'm definitely going to be playing more of this game as I go on forward, because Forge especially is something that I need to teach myself because I'm too dumb to actually figure out its systems, and custom games are just never going to get old. They are so good. So if you have either an Xbox or a PC, download Halo Infinite's multiplayer. It's completely free, and there's even a free little battle pass you can do to unlock some cosmetics if you need them. Anyway, there you go, that's my PSA. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you all in the next video.